Hello and welcome to MAGfest. My name is Dylan Miner, and with me today is Mr. Brentalfloss. Now,
hello.
Westchester University Entertainment Review, that's us, has gotten a one-on-one interview with the man himself. Now, Mr. Brentalfloss, for those at home who might not know about this, those poor souls, could you please tell us what you do exactly?
Sure. I take video game tunes from the 80s, 90s, and today, and I add lyrics, kind of like Weird Al, but slightly sexier. I make music videos on YouTube, and I release albums of that.
Only slightly sexier.
I mean, a little.
Oh, okay, yeah. So what first got you started doing this music career of yours?
You mean, well...
Like, what first got you into doing video game remixes and...
Right.
Yeah.
It all started when I was a kid, when I just loved the tunes from Mario, Zelda, Mega Man, Final Fantasy, and I would play them on my little keyboard and learn how they went, and I developed a love for that very early, and then a little bit later in junior high I started writing lyrics that became comedy, parody lyrics, and so one summer, 2008, I just got the idea to take one of my favorite video game themes of all time, Mega Man 3, the title theme, and add some funny lyrics, and I made a little video, mostly like bad Photoshop on YouTube, and suddenly blogs were putting it on their blog, and people were sending it around and putting it on Facebook. And I was like, maybe there's something here, and I'm broke and just out of school, maybe I should investigate this, and a career was born, I guess.
Yeah, I remember first hearing about you was Tetris and Lyrics was the first song that actually got me into actually hearing your first music. I'm like, Tetris and lyrics? How do you even make Tetris have lyrics? Then I heard it and I thought, this is the wackiest, most fun music I've heard in a while. And then I had to follow you after that, and I listened to all your stuff. Are you working on any projects currently, or anything new, or anything rehashing, or anything like that?
Well, I will soon be releasing the G-rated version of my second album, Bits of Me, because as much fun as it is to make dirty, vulgar jokes, it's also fun to have an album that you can use to celebrate video game music, and also you can play in front of your grandma. If you're a kid, your parents won't get mad. If you're a parent, you can show it to your kids. If you're taking it to church camp, whatever. And so it's also a fun challenge to make the songs funny in kind of a new, goofy way that's like totally squeaky clean, but also funny. Kind of like Pixar, I'd like to think. But it's going to be called Bits of G, which is the G-rated version of the album Bits of Me. And that'll come out, I'd say on the outside by April or May.
All right, so did you have any challenges trying to rework your stuff? Because a lot of your music has, curse and stuff like that. You're saying how, that makes it Pixar rated. Like, what was the greatest challenge in figuring out how to make it kid-friendly?
Well, there's a song on Bits of Me called Final Fantasy VI with lyrics. Lyrics are the lyrics that you write when you're so drunk, you think you're writing brilliant lyrics, but they're really dumb and not even related to the video game at hand. And so the notion of lyrics is inherently not really G-rated. Somebody's waving at us outside, we should pan over.
Oh. These are the fans of Brentalfloss. As you can see, they're over there. It's raining and cold, it's miserable out there. Don't go out there.
Sorry, I just really felt like that was a moment to catch, and I didn't want to ignore them waving,
yeah.
So...
It's understandable.
But the thing about lyrics is it's inherently not G-rated, because beer is an adult thing. So I really thought long and hard about it and thought, what is equally dumb? What is just as dumb as lyrics, but not dirty? And I was like, well, what if a deer like Bambi wrote lyrics to that tune about being a deer? They'd be Final Fantasy VI with Deerix, and that was a challenge that I feel like I overcame in an absurdist, wacky way.
I now want to listen to this song so very much. Curse you for putting it so far ahead in the future. Do you have any tips for those who would be interested in actually becoming a musician or getting into the music industry itself, or being, I don't know, being frustrated with their music at the time and wanting to self-publish or something?
Well, here's the thing about music. It's no different from basketball or cooking. If you read about basketball, you don't get good at it. You get good at it by playing it and playing it and playing it and playing it. And if you write music, you have to write it and write it and write it. They say your first 100 songs are you just regurgitating all the stuff you'd heard before that. You have to keep going. If you want to self-publish, well, you have to write a bunch of stuff. Maybe you write 200 songs and 14, 15 of them are good enough for your first album. That's actually very normal. So I guess the short version is keep going, and also be honest with yourself. Not everybody's cut out for it. In the same way that in 8th grade, I thought I was going to try out for the football team, and that was probably not the best bet for me.
I mean, I could see it maybe working.
I'm a sturdy fellow, but I can't really run and hold a ball, and I can only catch a cold. I'm bad at sports. But the point is, be honest with yourself. If you're frustrated with the art you're trying to pursue, ask yourself why you're trying to pursue it. Are you passionate about it? Are you good at it? Is it just your parents that tell you you're good at it? That's a big one. But, you know, be honest with yourself and figure out what you really like about it. Maybe there's a different angle to come at it to. But in general, especially for young artists, just keep going. There's always something more and something different on the other side of more work.
That was a very inspiring little statement.
Thank
you
you.
very much for that. I can't think of anything. How about yourself? Would you like to comment on anything?
Well, I'm kind of hungry. I'm thinking about getting some breakfast.
Okay, well, next, Burger Edition. Thank you very much, Mr. Brentalfloss.
My pleasure. Thank you.
This was a very awkward hand pose, but
That's
it
okay.
worked.
I do it all the time with myself. See you guys. Bye.
Thank you very much. Have a good one.
Yeah.